Well, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome to a building inspiration video using the brand new blocks just introduced to the game. Of course, that is the retextured wall, the concrete block in its two forms, and the terracotta. Now, a lot has been said about these blocks, but I actually just want to get into a creative world and see what we can create with them. So if you're as excited as I am to see the potential of these blocks, hit that like button, and let's get underway. Our first build is the teleporter room, which will take us to our creative world where we have some absolutely beautiful designs. So as you can see, I've used the terracotta block in a way of a transporter. So we have these beautiful circles inside of our spaceship here. And yeah, so let's energize this and head on over. And our first build here is custom beds within Minecraft using the terracotta block as a bedspread over the bed. So as you can see, we have a pillow, and then the white wool is kind of the mattress sheets. And of course, the bedspread is at the end with the terracotta block. Now for honorable mentions, I got the purple. I had to do it, but let's kind of go over the specific design. So as you can see, some of these I'm using a 2x2 and some just a standard two blocks down at the end of the bed. Now you can kind of do whatever you want, really experiment with them. So let's start with the one below us. That's a very haunted mansion almost themed, very kind of army tent. So this could be used as, you know, some camouflage or potential, like I said, haunted mansion. Now this blue one, you know, honorable mention, looks fairly kind of generic blue. Next one, you know, maybe if you're building a creative house and you're building a particular bedroom, maybe it's a kid's bedroom. Maybe the kid loves Frozen. There you go. You got yourself a bedspread. Moving on over, another, once again, if you're building a creative house and you're making custom beds within, there you go. You've got a girl's kind of bedspread looking absolutely amazing. Now, next one right here. What is this one? This one looks like a honeycomb, right? Maybe you're building honeycombs with it. You know, some of these aren't the best looking, but we did the kind of the best we could. Next one, another perfect bedspread for, you know, a teenager's room, maybe within another modern house design. So you have kind of the guy with the helmet on, and then of course, you know, lots of beautiful designs here. So much potential with the black one. Next one, I believe this is the brown one. Sometimes I get goofed up with cyan, you know, they look a little the same. This one's really cool. Lots of interesting little details within that one. Now the green one, it's fairly nice. You can actually do some very specific details with the circles. We talked about that in the last episode using the terracotta blocks as portraits. Next one. What is this? Is this like a leprechaun block? I'm gonna move on to the next one. This one's a very nice one. Next one is a spaceship. And of course, this one's definitely one of my least favorite, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. This one kind of has like almost a Hawaiian vibe to it. Very, very beautiful. And then this one's a disappointment, to be honest. This one's a disappointment. I don't know what's going on with that one. Hopefully they can maybe retexture that ever so slightly, but this is a really interesting way of using these blocks in not a building form, but an accent block. And I think that's the failing of a lot of people when it comes to these blocks, is thinking that it's a building block, but it is really a decorational accent block. Now these are an attempt with a couch. I still haven't nailed down a perfect design, but I wanted to show you the process of trying to create a couch using the terracotta blocks. And let me know what you think of these, and maybe yourself, like if you have any ideas on how to really take these blocks and create furniture with them, definitely let me know. But I've got to show you this one at the end. Once you see what I'm going to show you, you cannot unsee it. That thing is a sloth, right? Look at its face. In the center, that light block, it's its mouth. Got its nose just above it, and then to the right and left it's a mouth. A little higher up with the darker blocks right there, that's of course its eyes, and then its ears. Tell me that does not look like a sloth. In the comments, yes Scar, that's a sloth. No Scar, that is not a sloth. But please, like, let me know, because I think that looks like a sloth, and if you see it too, you can't unsee it. Let's take that inspiration from the beds and create ourselves a bedroom. As you can see down on the floor, we're using the concrete block in its rough form, so non-polished version, and it really gives off a nice carpet design there. Now, of course, the walls are the smooth variety, so I think that looks really nice. Let's take a look at this bed here. So I think this comes across as a really awesome bed. As you can see, I've added some decorative elements around the sides and also used a terracotta as a portrait up on the ceiling. And of course, that is the plus of these blocks, is creating the artwork on the walls. That is my favorite thing to use these blocks for. But yeah, I think this is a really nice bedroom. Like, I want this bedroom. It's a little bit gray, but I think we could add some more color to it. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think of this room. I got a little carried away with this bedroom. This one gives off a jungle vibe, doesn't it? Using the concrete on the ground in the kind of the rough form and using the cyan clay as accents, using the terracotta brown version of it. Like I said, I think this is like a jungle bedroom, using the jungle leaves, got a jungle flower over there. But I think it looks nice, like it's something different. You know, we have a very modern one, and then we've got the jungle design. But using that same kind of bed design, you know, mixing it up a little bit at the foot and at the top there, just adjusting the half slabs and stairs a little bit. I think looks really nice, using a window behind the bed, and of course, the jungle leaves on all sides, and of course, the jungle flower. But yeah, I think this room looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Changing things up a bit, this is a kitchen using all of the new blocks. Now, there are some existing blocks within Minecraft that would have went better with maybe the posts on the sides, but I really wanted to try some of the new blocks in here. So what we have is the white concrete, and this, of course, is the unfinished version. And then moving over here, we have the gray as columns on either side of that doorway. Now, at the end here is the beautiful detail of the room, and that is using the terracotta blocks as a backsplash for the stove. So I think that looks really cool. A very nice design using the quartz and taking the stairs to the next level. And that's why I'm so disappointed with this whole update, is that we don't have half slabs and stairs with these concrete blocks to create things like we just created with the quartz. Just think of the tremendous amount of possibilities within Minecraft we could be doing right now if we had half slabs and stairs. But on a festive note here, this kitchen, like I said, it's kind of festive. So we're using the orange and the turquoise here to the whole new level. I think it looks really nice, very detailed. It reminds me of maybe like a Southern California kitchen, you know, using those very detailed tiles that they have there. And a lot of people are tearing them out, but some people save them. They're very unique and original designs. And of course, we have an island there. We're using the terracotta as backsplashes on either side to have ourselves a refrigerator, have a sink over in the corner there, and of course a stove. And I think this came out really nice, using those things once again as backsplashes. And this is a very clean, very, very nice kitchen. Out of all the designs, I think this is my favorite. This is a bathroom using the terracotta light blue tiles as some incredibly beautiful kind of mosaic tiles as a shower. I think this is definitely my favorite. It's a very, very subtle use of the terracotta. And like I said before, that is the purpose of these, is to use them in a very subtle accent style. These are very kind of in your face blocks, and you don't want to take those and create an entire house out of them, but only use them in a very subtle way. And I think we achieved that here in this bathroom. So got your standard toilet, Scar toilet right there. Got your standard Scar sink on this corner with a standard, you guessed it, Scar mirror. And over here we have some towels, and using the brand new, you know, concrete once again as our walls. And I love this texture. It just adds something extra to the room. And like I'd mentioned before, boy, I sure wish we could have half slabs and stairs, but I'm also pleased with what we have. I mean, this is really nice. We have some new accent colored blocks. We have these blocks that we can use for a lot of different things. So yeah, let's go take a look at what maybe a house might look like with these. I threw together a really quick modern house with the polished version of the concrete. We've been looking a lot at the unpolished version. I like this. This is very nice, very clean. I think using it in a slightly more subtle way, but I wanted to use them entirely in this design. So as you can see, we're using the white, light gray, and gray as the styling for this house. And I think it looks really cool, very convincingly modern. Now down at the bottom here, I'm using the unpolished version of the granite as grass, and a little bit of brown around the edges of the house act as just a little bit of dirt. And of course we have a pathway leading to the door. So I think this came out pretty cool. Now this is coming to a Hermitcraft near you very soon. So we've taken the unpolished version of the brown and really created a highly texturized wall for, you know, a southwestern design. We got a little bell at the top, and I think this is really cute. This came out pretty awesome. I like this. Like I said, this is coming to Hermitcraft. Sometimes I spend more time with the ugly blocks than I do with the ones that I like, because I feel challenged to create something with them. Now, this is one of my least favorite blocks, and what I've created here is a butcher's table. It looks like flesh, and I've got a little blood around the corners here. I got a chopping block, a cup, and of course a knife. And yeah, like I said, I kind of feel like this is a piece of flesh being cut up by a butcher. Next detail here is some of that flesh being cooked over an open fire on the range. And down below, you might have noticed here, I'm using some different blocks for terraforming, and let's go take a look at that. I now have my new favorite terraforming blocks. So this is a very simple pathway highlighted by the brand new concrete powdered going along the edge there. Do you see? I actually called it the right name that time. So it looks really cool. This kind of looks like kind of a wet mud, whereas the coarse dirt looks like a very dark, very dry dirt. Whereas the, like I said, the powder looks very, very kind of wet and very muddy. Also along the edges, let's take a look at this. We have some of the green acting as kind of diffusing a little bit of the standard Minecraft green grass. I think it really adds an extra element to the standard kind of green lineup we have, where we have some of the bushes, we have some tall grass, but mixing in a little of this really changes things up. Now, over in this little corner right here, I'm using the gray and the light gray as kind of rocks, a little bit of gravel, and it's definitely a great alternative to using the gravel block. One more example, so we have some scar cliffs right here, and I think this looks really nice. Using that brown mixed in with the coarse dirt, having the green hanging around on the cliffs there, and of course the light and gray down at the bottom in the stone. Look at that. Isn't that incredible level of extra detail? Something I would never have thought we would have is something this great for landscaping, but using concrete powder. It never would have thought of that. Wrapping this up with our final design, going inside the bank vault here, we're using the honeycombs as gold. Doesn't this look great? So if you're making, a vault inside and you want to add your gold, look at this. We're adding the terracotta here as accents. Doesn't it look like little coins? And of course, some of the new retextured yellows. So we have the wool, we have the concrete of the two varieties in there, looking excellent. I love this vault. Like, look at that door right there. It's amazing, right? And that wraps up this episode of trying to find inspiration with the new terracotta blocks. We're looking at my portrait gallery here of all the variations you can do with the terracotta block to create wall art. And hopefully this has given you guys inspiration to take those terracotta blocks, take the new concrete blocks, and create something amazing within Minecraft. And that's what I tried to do. Instead of kind of pout about this, that, and the other thing, I just wanted to jump in and see what is possible with these blocks. And I think we were able to accomplish some very unique things that we were not able to before. And let's just hope to Minecraft gods out there that there will one day be half slabs and stairs for those polished concrete blocks. And if there was, I would be the happiest Scar in all of the world. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the videos deserve a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.